Good morning, Card Media's RJ, back with another video, so let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day, something simple. A jersey lapel pin, so I guess this is just, jersey and caps. I'm not even sure who the, there he goes, Major League Baseball Players Alumni. That's where the thing came from. I probably got this at the Hall of Fame then. It's just got, the powder blue Phillies uniform, Schmidt 20 on the back. Something simple in my Mike Schmidt collection. Today's random baseball item is a little bit more interesting. I got two more pickups from my all-time great Phillies set, my PSA set registry. Been looking for these two modern stars for quite a while, and I just can't find them. The one, luckily, I did find, and I snapped it up for a pretty penny. I wanted to get like a perfect 10 of this guy, but I think it was like north of $600. That's like projecting that he'll make the Hall of Fame, I suppose. 2001 Bowman Chase Utley draft picks in a PSA 8.5. So that's another one to add to my PSA set registry for the all-time great Phillies. The other one I cannot find graded. I picked up a copy that looks pretty good. Probably won't get a 10 because it's got black borders and they never score 10s almost. Was the Shane Victorino card. So this is, I guess, the same year, 2001 Bowman. This doesn't list him as a rookie card. It's a first year card, it says on this one. I don't think it is the same year. Not sure. This might be 2003 then. So this one, again, I have to get graded. So I'm going to root through my bin of cards and find about 5 or 6 to send off to my source for grading cards. I don't go right through PSA. I go through Nash cards, if you know who Nash cards is. I was a little upset because I like that Nash does both PSA and SGC, because sometimes I want the look of the card in the black SGC holder. And I wasn't able to do that this last time. And then over some more weeks of researching, it turns out they signed an exclusive deal with PSA. Nash Cards did. So they have a vested interest in just using PSA going forward, which, it's not that bad. It's, it's less than 20 bucks a card to get it graded these days. So I will send that Shane Victorino in and get that sucker graded. So today's trivia question, cool card for you here. An older card, it's serial numbered, so that's kind of cool. If you look, this is a Pacific Trading Cards 2001 card. Pacific came and went throughout the 80s and 90s, doing sets, not doing sets, doing regular baseball, doing, what do I want to call, highlight sets. But this is a John Smoltz, I guess you could call a green foil parallel. It is serial numbered out of 99. Now, for back in the 2000s, that was pretty cool. You can see here, it's kind of like they had like a little foil box and just some black type almost. Serial numbered parallel, 41 out of 99. That is your prize. If you can tell me this question, answer to this question. Who is the oldest pitcher to throw a perfect game? Send me an email with that correct answer. We will, I'll put my email in the description below along with a repeat of that question. You will have today and tomorrow to answer, and we will pick a winner on Sunday. So good luck to everybody on that one. So today and tomorrow, and Friday, I got a box to open up. So I'm kind of interested in this. I've been eyeing this up for a year or two. It's been up on the bay, and I'm such a fan of this kind of product. I really thought about it, but I didn't want to spend the money. It was only like 40 bucks, but it is a set from Upper Deck back in 1994. The Upper Deck all-time Heroes of Baseball set. Now, there's a lot to this set because, first of all, it's mostly retired baseball players. I think there were some active players, but don't quote me on that. Had a Mickey Mantle. It was based upon the T202 triple folder cards I'll show it on the back. If you recall, your vintage collectors, you'll know that style. It was usually 2 players, one on either side, and a thing in the middle there. And they do have some reprints of some of the bigger cards in this product. So you could have gotten, I think it's like 10. They reprinted 10 of the better cards from this vintage set. No parallels, no autos. Just a real cool set to collect. And I figured I'd pick it up, go through it. It actually came with, I think this is funny, I guess you had to if they were going to release this set. It came with an advertisement on how to get oversized pages to store the cards in. You can still get these from the guys who sell Ultra Pro at shows. They'll still sell these. Not many. You might have to go to the Ultra Pro website itself, but they still sell cards or holders for that. So here they are. What do we got here? This is 8. So I'm going to do, there's 3 rows, obviously. I'll do 12 today. We'll come back and do the other 12 on Friday. And they are, it was done in as a moneymaker also, or a little, to help out what was called the baseball assistance team. So you'll see a lot of, most cards are one player, and they got a picture of the player in the panel, action shot of the player in the center, and then on the other panel is the BAT, Baseball Assistance Team. That's kind of like it was kind of like I don't know if it still exists anymore because things might have changed over the years, but at the time it was a fundraiser for baseball players who didn't get pensions or in other ways were in financial straits because, you know, if they only played a couple seasons, they didn't qualify for a pension, but they played the game. So it was a way to earn money. And it might still exist in some format, but again, it was simply to help out veteran ball players who were down on their luck. So here we go. I'm going to go through, I'm going to rip every pack because there's no inserts, no hits or nothing, but let's see what we got. So this is what they look like. This one is Al Bumry. He's interesting. He's got a Red Sox hat on there, but I remember him mostly from the Orioles. And it talks about the baseball assistance team on that panel. Talks about the man on this panel, and then gives more information in the middle. So here's one of the, this is not a reprint card, but this is one of the special cards towards the end where they put 2 legends of the game side by side. So let's see what we got here. They're all like Upper Deck. They're all randomly facing one way or the other. Cool Tris Speaker card. This is Elroy Face. Ken Holtzman. Cecil Cooper. Interesting they show him here on the Red Sox, but I remember him mostly as a Brewer. Louis Tiant. Cool card there. Nice Christy Mathewson. Don't think I've ever seen that pose of Christy before. I'm sure it's been out there for a while, but I don't recall seeing that pose of his. The other one you see all the time. Another one of these, this is not, like I said, it's not a reprint. It's a reimagined card of some of the greats of the game. You got Mel Ott and Carl Hubble from the Giants. Here are, in these cards where you have 4 players or more, they'll do multiple cards sequentially numbered, but they'll swap out the panel so they all appear at least once. So these are some of the earlier people from the Legal League who made it to the majors. Monty Irvin and Joe Black in that picture. Here is your Hank Aaron. Very cool. And another one of those awesome cards. They're legendary pitchers. This one has Spahn and Mathewson, but you can see Johnson and Cy Young in the back as well. So that's the first one. They're all going to be like that. Again, there is no randomly inserted auto. There is no parallel. This is old school, people. Old school here. Just cool cards. And again, I love these sets of legendary players. Just love them. So here we go. Talk legendary. Here is the Cy Young card, the base Cy Young. And again, we were just talking about some of these other cool things. Ted Williams and Rogers Hornsby. You got Mel Ott by himself. That's the Mel Ott card. Whitey Ford. Bobby Grich, cool card. Here's a great Yogi Berra. Yogi reaching for the ball. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Is he going to catch that? I don't know. I don't know. This is Tommy Davis. Remember him mostly from the Dodgers, although he was with the Orioles there. Bill White. I remember Bill White. He was president of the American League, I think, for a while there. Here's your Lou Gehrig card. That's cool. Awesome Yankee card for your Yankee collectors. Reggie Jackson was a sponsor or a spokesperson for this set. That's why you saw him on the cover page with Mickey Mantle. Here's cool Reggie. This is that same picture from before that had Spahn and Mathewson over here, I believe. This one's got Johnson and Mathewson. Like I said, they did multiple releases in sequential number of the set, and they just swapped out the image on the panels. Don't know why they do that. I guess they had a number of cards they wanted to put in the set, and when they couldn't figure out enough players to pop in there, they did that instead. Really cool Bill Buckner, both the Cubs and the Red Sox. Joe Black, there's your Joe Black. Who is this? Al Rosen. Here's King Carl Hubble. We'll see if we get one of those random inserts. Larry Jensen. Cecil Cooper again. Who is this? Bill Mazeroski. Look at that. You want to talk action shot? Look at that. That's a fantastic action shot of Bill Mazeroski. I'm not sure what he did there. Did he catch the ball? Did he just throw it? Now he's leaping. That's a fantastic action shot. Awesome Ty Cobb. That's the base set card. Okay, here's a reprint. Here's what I'm talking about. So this is one of the limited edition insert cards that actually reprinted the original. This was the original card. Has Walter Johnson and Jack Knight. And this, you can get this actual card, cost you several $1,000s. But here's a cool reprint. I'm going to put that one over here temporarily. So we did get one of the reprints. I don't know. I think there's 10, like I said. Rico Cardi. I don't know if we'll get all 10, but at least getting one was pretty darn cool. Cesar Cedeno. And then lastly, Nellie Bryles. This one's going to go a ways, guys. I'm already 12 and a half minutes in, and I got a lot to do, but I enjoy ripping. If you enjoy watching, please continue watching. If you want to skip to the end, skip to the end. If you want to come back on Friday, come back on Friday, but we're doing this again on Friday. Here's your base Warren Spahn. Steve Blass. Another mill out. I think it was my second mill out there. That's okay. I don't mind duplicates. Newly minted Hall of Famer Gil Hodges. Another Christy Mathewson. So a lot of these will be available for trade. I realized, I had a bunch of these still in my box somewhere, another Bill Buckner. I have a whole bunch of these cards in a box for trading. I was just looking the other day, Hank Bauer, and I realized I hadn't uploaded them. Bobby Grich. I never had uploaded those to the tradingcarddatabase.com. Bob Horner. That's probably why I never traded them anywhere. Mickey Mantle and Reggie. Giants legends, Willie Mays and Bobby Thompson. Here's Cy Young and Walter Johnson. You can see they're doing enough of these cards with the exact same center image, but changing up the panels, that you will have, you get all of them on a panel by the time you're done. Jerry Coleman. Is that two? Jerry Coleman? That's pretty bad collating there. Jerry Coleman and Jerry Coleman. I don't know, guys. Hopefully they're, when we had before, that was the Elroy face. Hopefully their quality assurance has come up a little bit better. Larry Doby, Hall of Famer. Another great Maz. Getting too many duplicates, but, there's not a lot of cards in the set, so it makes sense. I think there's less than 200 total cards in the set. That was Gil McDougall a second ago. Edith Slaughter, Hall of Famer. This almost looks like a Frank Robinson for the Indians. No, Andre Thornton. Thought that was Rod Carew for a second. Kind of looked like Rod Carew, but I remember Andre Thornton. Cesar Cedeno again. More of these art cards. This is Ted Williams and Tris Speaker. Lou Burdett from the Milwaukee Braves. Here's an awesome card. Take a look at that. Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig together again. It's interesting, though. This is wrong because take a look at that. Okay, Lou is the fourth batter. Oh, I'm sorry, it is right because I thought this was Lou coming across the plate, but it's Babe Ruth coming across the plate and Lou shaking his hand. I guess Lou is coming up to bat. Babe's just coming home from hitting a home run. I'm guessing that's what that is right there. So, Sal Bando on the A's from those great A's teams. There's your Willie Mays base card. Like it, like it. Another Gil Hodges. Bobby Richardson. Bobby Richardson, the only person to ever win an MVP of a World Series while on the losing team. Mickey Lolich. Another Al Bumry. Another Willie Mays. I think that was the same pack, wasn't it? That's okay. Never pass up a Willie Mays. Toby Hara. Honus Wagner and Rogers Hornsby. That's a cool card. Ty Cobb and Hornsby. There's a lot of great... Again, I'm a sucker for these cards. These kind of legendary player cards. I can't get enough of them. There's the Tinker to Everest to Chance trio. And here's one of their base cards. That's Frank Chance. Player manager of those early great Chicago Cubs teams was Frank Chance. Joe Tinker was kind of like the odd man out of the three of them. The other two were, I think, were a little bit better than the other two. Or I should say Tinker was not as good as the other two, I don't think. But because of the poem, they're all in the Hall of Fame. George Foster, both with the Reds and the Mets, kind of cool. Johnny Padres, he made it to the Los Angeles Dodgers, kind of cool. George Kell, Hall of Famer. Al Rosen. Carl Erskine, another Cy Young. Awesome. Is this the base Ted Williams again? I think we saw that once before. Love this one. Johnny Callison from my Phils. Remember I just showed off his rookie card the other day I got from PSA. Cy Young and Walter Johnson. Willie Mays and Babe Ruth. This is definitely going to be... Remember, you're talking about back in 1994. So this is the 600 home run club right here. And there it was the back. I didn't even need to look it up. I just knew. Rico Cardi. Here's another Tinker's to Everest Chance one. And again, like you'll see that they'll swap out the panels. So in the background here, I'm watching the Phillies game. It's actually, I won't tell you what night it is, but I'm watching the Phillies game and as I'm filming this. Love this card of Smokey Joe Wood. Very young looking Joe Wood. He had a fantastic and memorable career. Jimmy Pearsall, Monty Irvin. Oh, there's an action shot here. Look at this one. Bill Scowron. What the heck is happening there? How did he end up in that position? That's what I want to know. Is he sliding home or what is happening there? I don't know. That's an awesome action shot right there. Who is this? Paul Blair. I remember him from the Orioles, but I know he played for a couple other teams. There's a nice Warren Spahn, the high leg kick. Glenn Beckert. Don't even know Glenn Beckert. Mel Parnell. There's the Wagner Cobb. That's a pretty cool card. Wagner Cobb brought together in the 1909 World Series. Willie Mays and Hank Aaron. Love that card. Johnny Logan. And then Ruth and Aaron. Again, swapping up the panels, but still keeping the center image in those art cards. So hopefully we can find another random insert. I could probably go online to the Bay and pick up all of the random inserts. There's one right there. Okay. There's your Johnny Evers. Sam McDowell. Wagner and Hornsby. Here's another one of these reprints. The Ty Cobb. Ty Cobb and O'Leary. Who is O'Leary? Charles O'Leary and Ty Cobb. Check out that action shot right there. I'm pretty sure that's Ty Cobb sliding in. I don't think that's O'Leary because O'Leary was on the same team as Ty, but very neat action shot right there. Check out the stadium in the background. You can barely see the big wood plank fences. That's 2. 2 out of the 10. Very cool. Spahn and Mathewson again. What's great about this is I should be able to get the full set then once if I don't get them all, I'll pick them up through the tradingcarddatabase.com or ComC eventually. Bobby Mercer, Mantle, and Jackson is part of the Legends of Yankee lore here. Dennis Leonard, a longtime Royals guy, loved Dennis Leonard. Whitey Ford again. Here you go, Tommy Agee from the Mets. And of course, they got him like on one of those awesome catches in the outfield that he did during the '69 series. Another Sal Bando. Oh, look at this one. Ron Hunt. Of course, they're showing Ron Hunt hit by a pitch. That is a fantastic image. If you know, he had set the record, I think. Yeah, set a season record with 50 and was plunked 243 times in a career. It took a while before Don Baylor actually surpassed that. But Ron Hunt, Mr. Hit by Pitch, and that's the image. That is the image they portray on his BAT card. Love it. All right. Cool Jim Fregosi. We always loved Jim Fregosi here because he was a Phillies '93 skipper, Jim Hegan. Don Cassinger. Another Carl Hummel. Richie Zisk. He was a good player, Richie Zisk. Ken Holtzman. There's another Cy Young. I'll probably start offering some of these up for trade, or just if there's anything if there's anybody you want as a collector of star players, and maybe you didn't even know this set existed or just didn't have time to get this set, let me know. Here's another cool one. I love that they call, this is I think this was the Chicago team. What was that? The Rustlers, they were called. The Cubs, at one time the Cubs were called the Rustlers. And there's Cy Young from the Red Sox at the time. This quality of that little artwork's a little suspect, but that's three of the reprints. That's pretty cool. Sam McDowell, sudden Sam McDowell, that's not sad. Joe Black, Manny Sanguillen. Shout out to John Mangini. He loves him some Manny Sanguillen. Of course, he loves all things Pirates, being a Pittsburgh guy. 2 more to go, people. And thank you for sticking with me. We're almost done. You might not want to come back on Friday because that's all I'm doing again. But hey, again, this is my channel. Damn it. I love legendary player sets. Jimmy Fox and Vernon Law. Frank Thomas, not the Hall of Famer, but a longtime player nonetheless. Frank Grassetti. Cool Lee May with those early Astros uniforms, the shooting star one. Another Bobby Mercer. Al Oliver. I love that they had Al Oliver both on the Pirates and the Expos, because that's mostly where I remember him from. Cy Young, and this is interesting. Cy Young, Whitey Ford, and Fergie. Cy clones. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. This is interesting. You've got your Babe Ruth and your Whitey Ford in pitching attire, because this is where Babe Ruth had set the mark for most consecutive scoreless innings in World Series play, and Whitey Ford broke it. Of course, Babe did it with the Red Sox and Ford with the Yankees. So Sam McDowell, and here's this great Mantle Williams, or Mantle Mays again. Last pack. I won't say last pack mojo because there is no mojo in this product. So, all right. Gil McDougall again. I always love Gil McDougall talk like he had a mouthful of quarters. You ever listen to him talk? Rogers Hornsby. Nice Wagner. Another Carl Hummel. So I'm going to have lots of duplicates on this thing too. Bobby Allison. Richie Zisk. Doug DeSenses. I was a fan of Doug. Nice Robin Roberts from a Phillies. Heyo. There's your Fergie and your Cy. Larry Doby and Minnie Minosa. Yeah, there you go. There's your base Babe Ruth card. And then lastly, the Reggie in the mix. So there you go. So that is half of the box. Again, the Baseball Assistance Team is the name of the product, or I should say, the Upper Deck All-Time Baseball Heroes. It was, again, produced as a fundraiser for the Baseball Assistance Team, All-Time Heroes of Baseball. Reggie Jackson was one of the primary spokespersons for this set. And Mickey Mantle was a prominent, I don't think he was a spokesperson. He was still around in '94, so it's just that Reggie was the face of the product. That's all I have for today, people. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did enjoy it, come back on Friday. If you didn't enjoy it, just come back on Friday for the trivia question and the prize, all right? I'll understand. So there you go. I would say, please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. Definitely stop back again Friday for the trivia question and prize, all right? Thanks for watching, and I'll take a little bit of time at the end on Friday and see if I got the whole set. All right? Take care.